Hey everyone, welcome to the Captain Drone YouTube channel. My name is Steve and I'm out here today with the AEROO PRO. This is a fishing drone, a payload release drone, and a camera drone all in one. Ta-ta! So when you buy this beast, this case comes with it. Let me open the case and show you what's inside. This is a handful to hold on to, but you can see inside the case you do get the drone, massive in size, and the remote plus some accessories. Now I gotta say, it's difficult to get my big head in the frame and this drone in the frame at the same time, but I'll try here and try not to get it to block my face. The arms just stick out everywhere. Here, let's put it like that. That looks better. Up front, it looks like you have obstacle avoidance detection here, some sensors, and if I swing it around without chopping my face off, you have the same in the rear. So you would think there's obstacle avoidance in this. I can't even speak with these blades coming close to my face, but the answer is no. There is no obstacle avoidance because it is classified as a fishing drone, so you're around salt water, and salt water causes corrosion, so they would just corrode these obstacle avoidance sensors. However, the whole body, the skin on this thing is okay to be around salt water from what they say in the documentation. It's corrosion resistant. Nothing corrodes on here according to the documentation. So if we look at these crazy large motors and props, well, the props are large and they are foldable, and the motors are brushless. I don't know what the KV is, but I'll put it on the screen someplace. One thing I did notice is they are not quick release props. They're screwed right into the motors. As you can see, the arms are not foldable. That's why I can't make it small to get in this frame with my big head. The camera up front can shoot at a max resolution of 4K at 30 frames per second. It can also take photos at 12 megapixels, and I will put someplace on the screen what the size of the sensor is right there. They don't really push it as a filming drone. They push it more as a payload delivery as well as a fishing drone. So I'll try out the camera features here and some of the other functions, and we'll see how it does just as a general drone. This battery on top is an intelligent battery, and it's huge. It's like a 6-cell battery. I have to label them because I have two come in the kit. And this battery will get you 45 minutes of flight time. That's what the documentation says. It's pretty heavy. I don't know how it does it, but that's what it says. Of course, if you're carrying payloads, you get much less flight time. Now, the cool thing about this battery, being an intelligent battery, that means it will discharge if you charge it up full and you go fishing and then you don't use both batteries that you have. Well, they will discharge down to a safe storage level. The other cool thing is, for a guy like me out here in Canada, where I've been complaining about how cold it is, they have a heater in them. So if they detect the battery as cold and not performing well, it turns on a heater inside, so it uses some power, but it heats up the battery. That's pretty cool. So looking at the bottom of this baby, let's try to get it someplace where it doesn't block my head. So that's a fan so that it doesn't overheat. And down here you have optical flow. Then you have the quick release system, which is pretty cool. Then over here you have landing detectors, height detectors, and then over there you have a light that you can turn on or off, or have it on automatic for flying. Whenever the ground gets too dark, the light will come on so that the detectors can see the ground as well as the optical flow. And then finally down here you have a payload release button. So you can press this, the latch will open, you put your payload in. On the very back it says SIM. There's nothing behind that door. I opened it up, but I did read in the documentation they're hoping to put a SIM card in there so that you could fly this in remote areas where you can use cell towers to get GPS data and everything else. On the left hand side here there's a port, a cover. If you open it, there's nothing inside. I don't know what's supposed to go there, but over on the right hand side, if you open it up, you can put your micro SD card in there. So yeah, it's pretty much your normal everyday drone. This is the remote that comes with it. It even has a payload release button here, so when you're flying you press that and you can drop your payload. Pretty cool. And this remote and the drone will get you 10 kilometers of range, although when I read the specifications on the remote it says 16 kilometers, but the company's only advertising 10 kilometers. And you're probably wondering, what's the payload capacity of this drone? Well, it can lift 1 kilogram. So now for you guys in the United States who are still in the imperial system, you're probably wondering, what is 1 kilogram? So I'll put it in simple terms. Take 2 bottles of Coke, this size, you know, that you buy at your local store. It can lift 2 of those. So for people that fish, the only thing you're going to stick on the end is obviously your line coming from your fishing rod out. And if you're going to put a hook and your bait and a few other floaters and some other stuff, so that's going to be a way under 1 kilogram. So if you live near the ocean, which I don't, if you live near a river, which I do, but my river doesn't have any great fish in it, or if you live near a lake, then this drone is perfect for you. Now, if you don't live near any of those locations and you're not a fishing person, well, then you might have a drone deploy type need for a drone like this. In other words, you have to get something from point A to point B. It can do that. So let's go fly this and test it out. Now, when you buy this drone, you do get a landing pad branded with AEROO. And you have a bright white side and you have a black side. You can see the wind's blowing it out of my hand. It is kind of windy out here today. All right, we got our remote, our phone, and our drone. Power on the drone and simply press the power button. It powers up. There we go. She's all good. All right, we are ready to go. I'm just going to start up the app. The app you want is the AEROO app. You can see it on my phone. I'm going to tap it. You will have to create an account and log in. I'm already logged in. Enter device. So on my screen, you see the interface. Hopefully my phone record is working. You can see it. I'm showing you that now. So on the left-hand side, near the top left, you have the AI function. So we're going to test these out today. You have normal mode, waypoints, and follow. Then going down, you have an automatic takeoff. Then over on the bottom left, that is your map. Then next to that in the smaller circle is the orientation. And beside that, you have your zoom. But let's see, it's designed more for when you're flying. You can see it kind of works. I'm just going to go put it back to 1. Then along the bottom, you can see your speed, your height, your distance. Right now it's in photo mode, so that's why it says JPEG. It shows how much card is remaining, the micro SD card I stuck inside. Exposure value, I have it at 0. I'm using auto camera functions. On the bottom right, that's your gallery of photos and videos you've taken. Next, you have your gimbal orientation. If it's crooked, you can adjust it manually. You have your start and stop photos and record. Then you have photos, or I'm going to switch it to video right now. And in video, you can see you have ordinary shooting or portrait mode. And then above that, you have your video settings, and you can record in H-log. That's like a log format, and then use your computer to expand the video so you get more dynamic range. You can put a histogram. You have all the settings there. I have a grid on my screen, format the memory card, everything else, so that's all good. And then at the top would be your settings for the entire drone. So you have aircraft settings. Just make sure I have everything correct on here. Return to home 35 meters, I'm good with that. Auxiliary lights, I have them on automatic, so they only come on when they need to come on. And at the bottom I have turned on, show me the height below the aircraft. Then for my controls, this remote control, you can see I have here automatically stabilize and the image, normal things, and blah blah blah. And then I have FPV mode here. It's not FPV with goggles, it's just telling you that when the information comes back to the phone, do I want it in high definition or smooth. Then you have your gimbal controls. You can do all sorts of advanced settings. You have your maps, some standard. Smart battery, there's 6 cells, that's a lot of cells. And then general purpose stuff, novice guide, version, aircraft, and we're all good. You can see what version I'm on here. There we go. So I've already checked for updates. It says there was no updates. I'll just show you right now. I'll go for the aircraft. Is there an update? If there is, it will pop up. Yes, so nothing pops up, so it must be up to date. All right, so let's go fly. So at the very top of my phone, it shows I have 24 satellites and ready to fly. And with my frozen hands, we're going to take off. So I'm just going to pull the joysticks down and out. Here we go. And let's go up. This is a maiden. Never flown this baby. Ooh, look at that. A slow rise. Slow rise. Nice. It's a beast. It's a beast. Oh, and I should mention, I have not done any compass calibration. This is straight out of the box. If you take off and the drone starts to wander, do a compass calibration. All right, so let's see how it flies. Forward. We're going to do this really quick. So it is big. I'm not going to bring it too close to me because it scares the hell out of me. There we go. Going by. Okay, let's put this joystick full forward and see what the full speed is in normal mode. There we go. That's normal mode. Film mode is the next one we're going to try. I'll hit film. Film mode, full speed. It's supposed to be really slow. Yeah. All right, it's very slow. Just going by me here on that side. Get the sun on it and turn it. Yeah, so filming is what you would want if you were recording. Here, I'll bring it towards me. If it's recording video, it should look pretty decent. There you go. How is the video on this thing? I don't know. Just go by me here. It's not as noisy as I thought for the size of this thing, but I'm sure it will scare the hell out of a lot of people. All right, so let's just try sport mode. There we go, that's sport mode. It's supposed to be higher up when you go in sport because it's not going to stop fast. Let's try the gimbal. I have it up in the air, so I'm going to bring the gimbal down on me. Nice and slow, so that's what it looks like. It's not the greatest for lighting today, so everything might look really bad, but there you are. So let's try an AI function like follow. So let's go AI. Follow mode. There's going to be 2 types. There's follow me and active track. Follow me is follow the GPS in the phone. So there we go. It says mobile, strong, good. Altitude 5 meters, distance 9 meters, execute. So let's see what it does when I hit execute. So it thinks, automatically it turned over there. It thinks this remote is over there. So that happens a lot of times. I'm just going to put it back on me. I tell you it's here, not over there. So now I'm just going to walk and, oh, let me just go hide this. So let's see if it even follows me. I'm going to walk right out of the screen. Oh, it's turning, it's turning. I'll bring the gimbal down a little bit. Come on, gimbal, come on, down a little bit. I'm trying to do it in slow increments. And there I'm off the screen. So it's, oh, is it coming back? Here, let me go the other way. There we go. So GPS follow is not something I really like. If you're gonna use GPS follow, my advice is to go farther back, like up high and farther back. Try to go back, and up, up. Put the money where my mouth is, and I'm gonna walk now. So GPS follow, this is how I normally do it. I make myself a little dot, and it seems to work much better. So now it should parallel follow me, which is nice. It's working. Yeah, so that's the way it's intended to be used for follow. All right, going back to the landing pad, and we'll try the active track one. The active track will be much better. Okay, follow mode, we'll go to active track. Shows you here, draw box, use your finger, tap on me. Let me just see if it's working. So if you look at my phone screen, you can see there's a box around me, so it tracks me as I'm walking here. I'm going around circles. So that's the one you'd probably want to use. I don't like the GPS one. The active track works much better. As you can see, the drone sits in one position in the air and tracks me as I move, but the drone does not follow me. If I want the drone to follow me, I have to click on that red button below that says go. So here you can see I've clicked on the go button and the drone now follows me as I walk. This is referred to as trace mode, and the drone pretty much follows you from the rear. Now if you look at my phone screen, you'll see there's an option for orbit. Hit orbit, hit go super fast. There we go. Oh yeah. And here I have the drone orbiting me at super fast speed. It's probably a little too fast, so let's slow that down. Just slow it down here, so something much more conducive to filming. Yeah, a slow orbit. There we go, like that. Okay, now that I'm blinded by the sun. All right, it does have waypoints on here. AI, if I go to normal mode, we did follow mode, and we'll do waypoints. Waypoint mission, waypoint memory. Waypoint memory is what you do after you've done the waypoints. So in other words, you've done all your waypoints, you save it. You can call up the memory and do the same waypoints again. I'll just go waypoint mission to show you really quick. There's a map of where I am, the huge park. I'll zoom in. You can see if I zoom all the way down to me, you can see where home is, which is that. And you can see the drone, which is blue, which is that. And you can see the peg, which is red, which is me with the red-headed guy, Captain Drone. So if you want to do waypoints, it's pretty simple. You look over at the right-hand side. So I go add a waypoint. Hit the 3 dots, go tap someplace over here. I'm gonna do that waypoint. It's gonna go to 80 meters, hover for 0 seconds. And I'll do one more waypoint to come back to me. Add a waypoint, tap over here, 80, no, you're gonna come down to about 37 meters, good enough. Upload the waypoints, there we go. And then hit start, start. There we go. Hit OK. My battery level's only 21. It says I'm not doing it because the battery level's low. But at least I showed you that it does have the waypoint option. The battery's low. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this baby down, spin it around. I'm going to land it over here. Come on down. I'm trying to land it on my camera. I'm doing this manually. This is me landing it, not return to home. I'll do the return to home the next time. Come on down. Put it over the landing pad, and there we go. Nice. And I will put up here in the sky how much flight time I actually got on that fully charged battery. All right, I'm gonna show you the payload drop, and I'm gonna use my big stuffed animal here, a big Sharky, and I'm gonna attach it to the bottom. Now, the payload drop system is pretty cool because in the kit, you get this. You can see, you get this wire. It's very strong. You can use that if you wish. This camera can't pick it up, but you can see a wire, and on the end you have a quick release mechanism. So in the kit, this quick release mechanism, you hook this on the bottom of your quad, and the quick release mechanism is just in case, say you're flying and you're carrying something and it snags a tree, well, your drone's going to crash, right? But this quick release, boink, there you go. So no crashy droney. So I put this quick release system back together. Oop, there we go. Now the system, you get, I don't know, what is it, 1 meter long of cable here. It's literally a cable, like a piece of wire, and it goes with a big hook on the bottom that you can hook up your stuff. So you can use that if you wish. Or on my little Sharky here, I have a paracord, this cord here, and I made a little circle at the end, so I'll use that instead. So I'm going to stick the paracord on the quick release hook. So I don't know if my camera picks that up, but here's the loop that's going to go in the bottom of the drone. Then the quick release unit here, let me go over in the light, then the quick release unit here. Then below that is a safety hook that goes into the quick release unit, and I attach the paracord into that hook. Okay, so if I pick up the drone and you look at the bottom, you probably can't see it, so I'll look over at the light. Right here is where you attach your unit, you know, your little loopy thing. If I press this, I don't know if you'll see it in there, watch. It put the little pin in there, and if I press it again, it takes the pin out. So all I do is I take my little loopy thing, you know, my highly technical terms I have here. The drone is powered on to do this, by the way, so you could do it on your remote too. You have the button to do the pin thing, but I'll try it like this. There we go, the pin is in. There we go, pin's in. So now you can put your drone down. Now what I'm gonna do, so you can see what's going on below, is I have an Insta360 camera, and I am just going to double side tape it to the bottom. So I'm gonna take a piece of tape, I'm gonna stick it over here. See, this camera can look down, but I have to look forward to see where I'm going. So I'm putting a piece of tape here, right above the fan. Stick our little camera there looking down, and it should capture everything. So our little shark, I'm gonna push it all the way over here. Try to keep it about 2 meters away from the drone when it's going up. Okay, Sharky will be beside me, and start up the motors. Going up. It's gonna pull it up nice and slow. See ya, Sharky, you're going up. There we are. Go forward. That's up. There we go. The bottom camera should pick it up. It does have the ability in the drone to stop anything moving at the bottom. From side to side, it counteracts it. So that's why the shark is not flopping from side to side. The drone has counteracted it. And you see, if I take the drone camera and I try to bring it down to look at Sharky, then I can't look forward. But let's see if I can bring the drone camera down. Oh, the colors really get messed up on auto. So if you don't want the colors to get messed up, leave it on manual. Oh, there's Sharky down there. All right, so I can see him down in that camera. So that's good. Good to know. All right, so I'm gonna bring Sharky over to my Jeep, and we're gonna drop him over here. Let's come on over. Come on, Sharky. And there we go. Whoa, poof. All right, let's bring that down and try it from a higher height. Bring Sharky over. I could probably attach him while it's still in the air, but I still want to live a few more years, so I won't do that. We're all set to go again. It's very quick. So that's one thing to note. You probably have to go up a little slow so that you don't disengage the safety mechanism. So going up, going forward. Let me just see what it says on my screen here. It says height 40 meters. We'll go up to like 100 meters. Something ridiculous. We'll let them fall forever. Ever and ever and ever. Going up 100 meters, 80 meters. He's pretty high. Pretty high. There we go, 100 meters. Now, if you look at my phone screen, if it's recording, over on the top right is the payload release. You see a picture of a drone, and underneath as well, on my remote right over here is payload release. So I'll try it using the one on my phone. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, payload release. Oh, sorry. There's another feature I have to tell you about. Save drop point. If you say yes, drop and save location, it's gonna drop it. And what it's gonna do is save the location. There it comes. So the location is saved so that if I want to fly to that exact point again, I can. Oh, Sharky's doing some pretty cool Olympic maneuvers there. Wow, he's not bad. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a return to home. All right, so I'll take it over near the water and I'm gonna do a return to home just to see how good the precision return to home is. So return to home. It should automatically go into return to home mode. All right, I'm back here. So let's see where she's gonna land. It does have a precision return to home. I believe I have it turned on. If it's on, the camera should look down to try to find the landing pad. It's coming on pretty fast though. I don't know, it's slowing down, but it is very close to the landing pad. Yeah, let me go over here and show you. It's right there. And landing pad's there. Oh, I guess I had the precision turned off. Yeah, I must have had it turned off. Oh well. Last thing I'll do is take it up one last time and take a photo just to show you the 12 megapixel photos. It's looking at me, and I'm going to snap a photo. So that's a 12 megapixel photo. That's what you get out of this baby. As you can see on my screen, you can also do continuous shooting, time photos, and panoramic photos. Anyways, there's your panel modes. You can do a sphere, a 180, a vertical, and a horizon. Going down. There we go. All right, the next thing I want to show you is what you get in the box when you buy this baby. So check it out, then come back to me and I'll give you my final thoughts. This is the box the AEROO Pro comes in. Inside the box, you'll find the hard case. And inside that hard case, you'll find your drone, your transmitter radio, your batteries, your battery charger, and accessories. The AEROO Pro is certainly a rather large drone filled with plenty of sensors along the bottom. With a battery installed, this drone weighs as much as 1,480 grams. If you are wondering about the battery capacity, here's a close-up of the back showing all the details. And speaking of the batteries, an entire charging unit is included, and you can place 4 batteries on the charging unit and have them charge up one after another. In addition, a single charge unit is included, but I'm not sure if this is to put power into the battery or take power out of the battery, or both. As part of the Ready to Fly kit, you'll find the radio transmitter. Your cell phone fits in the forward section, and the joysticks can also be stored in the forward section. 2 types of cell phone cables are provided to connect to your cell phone. Buttons are well labeled and self-explanatory. A USB-C cable is provided to charge up the radio transmitter. Plenty of accessories to connect to a payload, such as fishing gear or just carrying items. Everything is included. A foldable landing and takeoff pad is also included in this kit, as well as a detailed user manual to get you up and flying quickly. All right, so you're back to me, and I just want to say I apologize for not having video of Sharky falling, because when I looked at my hat cam, the battery had died. I was out here much too long filming. I had it on for too long. I didn't change the battery. So it died, and I don't think it caught Sharky falling all the way to the ground. So the only footage I have is from the Insta360 Go that was on the bottom looking down, and that should have got a good image. But more importantly, you want to know what I think about this drone. If you want to buy this for the purpose of filming, using the camera and everything else, I would say it's a pretty average. It's not an exceptional drone for filming. You know, the quality is so-so. It's even for photos, it's so-so. It's just like it's an added benefit for the payload delivery system that it has. So in other words, if you want to buy this drone, make sure you have a reason to use it for fishing or payload delivery, because it's perfect for that, and it's probably the cheapest drone in the price range to do those type of things. And if you go on the website, you can see, or go on YouTube, you can see there's lots of people who have this drone and solely use it for fishing, and they love it. So if you're one of those guys, you would probably love this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put links to this quad below. You can go check it out, see if the price is not too crazy for what you were expecting. Remember, there's not a lot of drones on the market that can do fishing or payload delivery that can carry very much. If you buy like a DJI filming drone, they're not designed to carry payload, and if you carry payload and your payload starts to wander from side to side, say bye-bye to the drone. Whereas these ones are designed to carry payload no matter what. All right, guys, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. If you have questions on this drone, well, then by all means post them below or go ask the company questions. I'll put a link to the company below. You can check that out as well, and I'm sure you'll get your answers. But for now, I say thanks for watching. Many more cool products coming up in future videos, but for now, it's coffee time. So I will say bye.